Hello everyone, welcome back to Murder is Game Over, Steaming Death. And I need to go to a very scary place. Somewhere I really don't want to go. But I need to the Lost Settlement. This game is scary. Hello Officer Bailey. Watch your back in there, detective. The Lost Settlement is a dark, mysterious wasteland. Not to mention it's cursed. I don't want to go there. Please wish me luck. You unlocked a new area. Check the map menu for an updated map. Officer Erickson. Hello, Officer Erickson. I'll be keeping an eye on things here. Despite what Detective Dudley says, I don't want to see you in trouble. Thank you, Officer Erickson. Very kind of you. It's dark. Do we have any sort of flashlights? Why did you want to explore this place during night? Oh, I need to change to Cleo. Because detective guy is oblivious to a lot of things. Only Cleo can see things. This darkness, I don't think that anyone can see anything at all. Hey! A deer. Oh, it's lighter here. Wait, this place is huge and complicated. So this is the Lost Settlement. Then there is a chapel here. And there is an underwater cave. Oh no. Oh no! It's all very scary. Hey, doggy bag. What's happening here? Oh! We're still doing this. We found something. What is this object? It's buried and disguised to look like a rock. Another No, it's a hologram projector. This could have been used to render the ghost image outside the library, as seen by the Historical Society. Then what about the ghost that has been haunting us? Oh! You found the doggy bag. Now I found the water that I assumed there was this half-submerged rock somewhere. It wasn't here? But it has to be somewhere around this area, no? I guess no. Let's get inside this chapel. Worker Meeting House, Quaker. It's amazing that Elias Abel's chapel is still standing, considering that this building is from colonial times. Maybe someone was looking after it. Another doggy bag? Spiders? Are we scared of spiders? Some grass? There is something there. This old parchment has a message from colonial times inscribed on it. Before the settlement was lost, this holy relic was embossed. To find the long forgotten prize, look the angel in the eyes. The poem reads like a riddle leading to a treasure. What could it mean? A treasure? I remember there was an angel somewhere. Wait, so is this everything? There is nothing here at all? Just the riddle? Looks like it. Alright. So this is the end of the map of the lost settlement here on this side. So I need to come back, kind of. Why does it feel that I'm missing something? I know why it feels like it. Oh! This group of cellar holes must be where the abandoned Puritan settlement once stood. Okay, good to know. I don't remember what I was saying, so anyway, all is good. A doggy bag. So doggy bags are good. They kind of show you how much you progressed in your explorations. Another doggy bag. Is it getting darker? Another body of water. It's lighter here. Nice, thank you. Oh, this is the cave. Alright. Cleo, this is what we saw from the church tower observation deck. But with one extremely important difference. It was high tide then and it's low tide now. I bet high tide conceals the mouth of the underwater cave, which is only accessible at low tide. So do we come inside? Oh. No! Now you are my prisoners, you'll never reveal my secret. That rock fell on the mouth of the cave. We are stuck inside. You're right, Cleo. We've got 15 minutes to find all the clues and escape before high tide comes in. We better hurry. Yes, that is a good idea. Exactly. A doggy bag. Is it that important? Leo found a clue. These are barrels of toxic waste buried in this cave. This explains a lot: the infertile soil, the poisoned fish, the local children with cancer. These barrels of toxic waste are the true cures of the lost settlement. Someone has gone through a lot of trouble to keep this horrible secret hidden. The clue is saved to your file. Is this the only clue here? Okay. I wish there was a tip how many clues I can find in this place. Leo found a clue. Hey, it's a dog toy. Pearl Brayshaw had a dog, Hester. I bet they were both in this cave. No, Cleo, this toy is not for you. It's a clue. Alright. Oh, another clue. It's a fancy fountain pen that an important business person would use. Beckett Chemicals, Todd Beckett. That must be Todd Beckett's chemical firm. The clue is saved to your case file. I think we've seen all we need to see in this cave. Let's go back to the entrance and see if we can figure a way out. Okay, so the game gave me a hint. It doesn't tell me if I found all doggy bags. So I don't want to miss any, but also I don't want to die. So, oh, That's a good idea. Let's save. So I think that I've been there. Okay, so we're back to the entrance. Hester, Hester, what is it? Hello? Detective Guy, Cleo, is that you? Yes, we're trapped behind this rock that fell on the cave. Don't worry, help is on the way. Oh. Oh, I can't come back without any time limit. Because, like, I'm an easily disoriented person. So, I can miss things very easily. So, I want to try and find all doggy bags that there are to find. And because there is no more time limit, I think that we are done here, that there is no more doggy bags, at least I don't see it. There's actually a way to... So I dare say that I've been everywhere here. I most definitely didn't explore this area fully, but I think that we are good to go back. Right, let's say... This dog just saved your lives. Thank you, Hester. You two are very lucky. Hester kept barking at me until I followed her to the spot where you were trapped. We've got to bring Pearl's killer to justice for Hester. See you back later. Okay, I will save again. So let's explore the lost settlement better now. That the most important thing is... No! You two have meddled in my affairs for the last time. You shall suffer the eternal curse of the lost settlement. We definitely don't want that. I really hate this. But also I want to find all doggy bags. Cleo found a clue! It's a small fishing boat, like Gordon Cutler would use for his business. He is the only fisherman in the village. When I spoke to Mr. Cutler, he said he was unable to work because the fish here show sign of sickness. So what's his fishing boat doing here in the lost settlement? The clue is saved to our case file. Wonderful. I am suddenly very scared. Okay, so this is the exit. But I'm not ready to leave. I want to find doggy bags. It's probably a very bad idea. Can I come back here maybe in daylight to see maybe there is a doggy bag that I missed? Because I really don't want to spend even a second more here. Okay, I don't know. Now it feels like I've explored everything here and there is no more doggy bags. I could be wrong. And it may well happen that I will have to come back here. But I would say that it's time to go back. Coastal Road. What is happening? I think I figure out this whole mystery. I know who killed Pearl Brayshaw and how it was done. Time to go meet Detective Dudley. Return to the bridge? No! Solve added to main menu. Okay. I haven't found all doggy bags, and also... Well, that's not important, I guess. I mean, it is important, but it's not that important. But I would say that it is important that I found the treasure. Should I talk to him, actually? You're a fool if you don't take the cure seriously. Stay out of the lost settlement, or you could be next. Okay. So there is nothing more to talk about. Any Doggy bags? No. Now what if I missed a doggy bag in the library? Then I will not be able to get it. Hey, animal! Don't run away! Okay, the angel. If I remember correctly, the angel was in the basement. I need to save again, okay. You're right, Cleo. This must be the angel that the old parchment described. Oh. Stand in the center of the cross made of grass, and the terror of the 7 ghosts shall pass. Just when I think that we are done with the scary stuff, this game presents a surprise. Mystical trail. No! No! Wait, I can't move. Okay, I need to start over. There is more of them now. Cleo wants to sleep, I understand her. We need to find a cross. Made of grass. Which, mind you, I don't like it. And I don't think that this place has any doggy bags, so... No! Oh, no, no, no. Go away, go away, go away. No! Go away! Yes! Here it is! The communion cup is the reward for valor. It will bring someone hope in their darkest hour. Wow! This is a real communion cup from colonial times. It's almost 400 years old. You're right, Cleo. I know who could use this. But first, we've still got to finish solving this mystery. Communion cup obtained. Well, we've kind of solved it already, but I haven't found all doggy bags, so I don't want to end it. Also, I don't want to explore... I really don't want to explore the lost settlement during night. Hey, Father. I shall keep praying for this ghost to remove itself from our community. I vow to stay alive so I can perform the communion ceremony for Tanya's sick brother next week. Okay, so I think that there is nothing left, to be honest, so let's see. Solve. Return to the bridge? Yes. Talk to Detective Dudley to begin solving the case. The mystery solved. Yes, sir. Cleo and I are ready. Proceed to the explanation. Are you sure? I guess. I kind of have an idea, but that boat kind of confuses me. No. Yes, I know. So Todd Beckett. So there was Camilla and Gordon and Todd. Todd left earlier and he told that he couldn't get to the lost settlement, but he could have used Gordon's boat, I suppose. Let's see. You really think you've outsmarted me? Alright, I'll play along because I think you will fail. What would you like me to do? There is still a few small things I need to take care of, then I'll be waiting in the meeting room at the library, where the Historical Society meeting was held. Please make sure all 8 suspects are present. We'll have everything ready just like you wanted, but it's your funeral. The explanation. This is getting outrageous. Just how much longer do you intend on keeping us as prisoners here? Are you any closer to figuring out who killed E-Girl Pearl? Is there really a ghostly curse on our village, detective? Of course there is. That's nonsense. I still don't believe it. Thank you all for coming. I assure you that we are doing everything we can. What do you expect all of us to do? There is one more missing clue we are still trying to track down. I called you here to enlist your help. What clue? Pearl's camera. Just before her death, Pearl had recently bought an expensive new camera. We are searching for the old camera that she replaced. The victim had a second camera. That's right! Pearl took her old camera with her when she left the house last night. I also remember the camera she used on her stream before she moved here. Yes, where is it now? So you think one in our flock is hiding it? Are you going to arrest all of us? I know where it is. Hold up, you do? Yes! I found it on the street and I recognized it the camera from E-Girl Pearl's show, so I took it and hid it. You hid it where? I brought it to Gallows Point and I put it near the stage of Elias Abel. I wanted to keep it safe. It's too dark to start hunting for it now. We'll have to wait until it's morning. I've had a really long day. All of you, stay in your homes until morning. It's dangerous to wander about alone at night. We'll conduct a thorough search of the area tomorrow. Okay. In the dead of night. Gallows Point. Elias Abel. I've got to hurry and find that blasted camera before sunrise. Oh, that was a trap. It must be around here somewhere. How could I have been so foolish as to overlook her second camera? I don't see anything here. Where the devil is it? We've got him! Now, hit him with the lighthouse beacon. Ready. Okay, this is fun. Freeze! We've got you surrounded. Curses! Good work, everyone. Got him! Okay, you want me to save again? Alright. Oh, choose a difficulty level for answering questions about the case. Hard difficulty punishes you for wrong answers. I don't want to be punished, so I'm taking the easy one. Are you sure? Yes. Well, detective, you've got me taken aback. Who knew the reports of those ghost sightings were real? You still have me in the dark though. Who is this costumed clown? Why did they kill Pearl Brayshaw? How was it done? What about that hideous thing everybody saw during the Historical Society meeting? Yes, I believe you and Cleo still owe me an explanation. It was surprisingly simple once Cleo found all the right clues. Enlighten me. Pearl Brayshaw was killed because she discovered the murderer's deep dark secret. Absolutely anything was necessary to protect it. The secret lay in the heart of the area known as the Low Settlement. You mean that spooky sealed-off colonial ghost town with a curse on it? Pearl Brayshaw's murderer carefully guarded the secret through constant observation. They did their best to convince the already superstitious residents of Cape Crescent that it didn't exist. Or didn't exist. The observation deck on top of the church tower is the highest point in Cape Crescent. From here, the culprit used this instrument to spy on the Low Settlement and keep watch on their secret. Tight table? Oh! I need to continue explaining. Alright. Telescope. The telescope. This way, the criminal could keep a watchful eye on the Low Settlement from afar. You found a telescope, alright, but how did you know what they were looking at? Couldn't it have been anything? We found something written down that told us what they were looking at. This is what they used to orient the telescope. Telescope coordinates. The telescope coordinates. These scientific notes marked an important area to the southeast of the church. While our murderer was spying, they were also careful to make sure nobody else spied on them. As a precaution, they stole this item to prevent anybody else from entering the church tower. The church tower key. The church tower key. The murderer stole the key to keep the telescope locked up and stop any intruders. But there was nothing to see in the Low Settlement, nothing but forest and ruins anyway. Dr. Keane, Todd Beckett and Tanya Nichols took a walk in the Low Settlement. None of them reported anything strange. That's because the murderer took them through the Low Settlement at a time when they wouldn't see anything strange. Are you telling me that they used some kind of ghostly magic to hide something important? It wasn't magic at all. they used a very common tool, tide table. The tide table. The murderer brought witnesses into the lost settlement to confirm that there was nothing suspicious there. The group walked through the park at high tide and there was nothing to see. The murderer's secret was submerged by the ocean at high tide but perfectly visible at low tide. That's what we saw when we watched the footage on her webcam. Pearl Brayshaw was in the lost settlement and she stumbled onto the killer's secrets. Well, what exactly was she looking at? Crescent's grave inscription in the cemetery described a drowning beneath a big stone in the area. When I looked through the telescope using the coordinates, all I saw was this submerged rock. That's because it was looking through the scope at high tide, but at low tide there is quite a different view. Pearl Brayshaw discovered a hidden underwater cave that was only accessible when the tide was down. So that's what Pearl stumbled upon. The cave is the secret of the lost settlement. Then who would go through all this trouble to keep the cave a secret? Let's examine the legend of Elias Abel and the curse of the lost settlement. First, on Gallows Point, we learned that someone was hanged there during the witch trials. As I explored Cape Crescent, I found something that provided a detailed account on the curse legend. Historical Society books. From reading the Historical Society books in the library, we learned the full story of Elias Abel. Before his death, at the hands of the witch trials, he cursed the new settlement that was to be built on his land. The new village died out quickly, and the spooky history of the lost settlement was born. But what exactly were the characteristics of this supernatural curse? What did the curse do? I've read the books as well as you have. The new settlement died out due to disease, famine and fear. Those phenomena are also possible to explain by natural causes. How's that? The rocky soil found in the area of the lost settlement was hard to farm and grow crops, which leads to a food shortage. A malnourished population from a lack of food is prone to disease outbreak. During the witch trials, the Puritans were a superstitious people, as we've seen from some of their descendants today. Today, the locals also attributed more recent events to Elias Abel's curse. Gordon Cutler lamented the decline of his fishing business, which was caused by a more modern problem: poisoned fish. The poisoned fish in the bay cost Gordon Cutler his livelihood as his family fishing business struggled. He attributed this misfortune to Elias Abel's curse on the land. Dr. Ines Keane retired from her medical practice because of a recent local tragedy, cancer cases. Dr. Keane lost her confidence after the death of local children in her care due to cancer. After seeing the ghost of Elias Abel appear during the meeting at the library, she wondered if this was also due to the curse. The suffering even shook the faith of Father Michael Wheeler, priest of the Church of Good Voyage. Were these problems caused by a curse from the witch trials, or could there be another rational explanation? So you are saying that Pearl discovered the real causes? That's what was in the cave. When Cleo and I entered the underwater cave, we found this proof that Pearl Brayshaw had been there too. Doctoy. The doctoy. Leo and I found it while exploring the cave. A telltale sign that Pearl and her dog Hester had been in the cave too. They'd found it. They'd found what? You keep saying there is this big secret in the cave that explains everything. Yes, exactly. So what's the secret? If Cape Crescent's problems today weren't caused by the ghostly hocus pocus, then what's the reason? Toxic waste barrels. Toxic waste barrels. The hidden cave was full of biohazardous toxic waste barrels poisoning the community. Oh my goodness. That explains everything: the poisoned fish, the cancer cases, and why it was so important to keep the secret. Now you're catching on. So then the murderer killed Pearl Brayshaw because she found the toxic waste barrels. Yes, sir. As the murderer looked on from atop the church tower, they saw Pearl enter the hidden cave. She had to be silenced. If you're so smart, who killed Pearl Brayshaw? Well, I would say it's Todd Beckett. Pearl Brayshaw's killer is Todd Beckett. He hid the toxic waste produced by his chemical firm to avoid spending millions of dollars cleaning it up. You Bush League detectives won't stand a chance against my high-priced lawyers. I don't see my name written anywhere on those toxic waste barrels, do you? The coincidence that I run a chemical company doesn't prove that I had anything to do with that toxic waste dump. That's because I haven't yet mentioned the glue which puts you in the underwater cave. The executive pen! Leo and I found your golden Beckett Chemicals fountain pen inside the cave. You hid your firm's toxic waste in the lost settlement, and then you killed Pearl Brayshaw because you discovered it. After the Historical Society meeting ended, Pearl went to Gallows Point for her planned meeting with Todd Beckett. Her roommate told me that after they argued about Miss Trent, Pearl left the cottage again. Jill told Pearl's boyfriend Roy Parker about it. Because of the secrecy, Roy mistakenly concluded that it was a romantic rendezvous, but she really saw Todd Beckett, who offered her hush money because of what he knew she'd found. But she refused in the end. Glad you could make it, you girl Pearl. What do you think that was we saw through the library window? Was that scary enough for social media? I really have no idea, Mr. Beckett. You know, I've seen your videos, and you're quite marvelous on camera. Oh, thank you. Beckett Chemicals is looking for a public face for our online video promotions. I believe you've got just what it takes. We could even sponsor your stream, then you could finally afford to get some decent equipment. No more pesky troubles with the camera running out of juice. What do you say? I'm not sure. Pearl, I know you think you saw something in the lost settlement. You've been under an awful lot of pressure. Can you really be sure of what you saw, especially with all your financial troubles? Those bills keep piling up. What I'm saying is I could make all that go away. All you have to do is stick to gaming and leave investigations for real reporters. No, I can't. I'm sorry, Mr. Beckett, I owe my friends the truth. Good, it's morally the right thing to do. Oh, but Pearl, I really think you made the wrong decision. Hey, let go! There were some clues that suggested Pearl had met someone about the prospects of financial gains. Why this game is lagging? It's a very simple game, it's very light. In her diary, Pearl wrote something about a lucrative but questionable business opportunity. Fortunately, it looks like I found a way to make some money quickly, but I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do. I owe it to my fans to be a positive role model. How would those kids out there feel if they knew I did this? I'm not sure what to do. At the Cape Crescent Historical Society meeting, the security camera captured the conversation when the ghost appeared. My camera's dead. I said I'd fix it. I'd fix it. Todd wasn't talking literally about Pearl's camera. He was looking to pay her off and urging her to consider his offer. That's what the conversation was really about. And we had it on camera. What exactly was that thing they all saw outside the library window? Is the ghost of Elias Abel really terrorizing Cape Crescent? Hoax, of course. The ghost appearance at the library was an elaborate hoax set up by Todd Beckett. He did it to draw attention away from the real reason he killed Pearl Brayshaw, and to scare everyone in Cape Crescent away from the lost settlement. When exploring the lost settlement, Clea and I found What was used to create the image of the ghost? A hologram projector. The hologram projector. Todd used this device to shine a realistic three-dimensional image of the ghost. This was the apparatus used to display the ghost image on the water, seen from the library window. Driftwood barge? The driftwood barge. A floating barge was rigged up in the bay. It would be difficult to see at night. Todd got unlucky when Cleo and Di found part of the barge washed up on the beach. Very well, then why did Todd Becker dressed up in a costume like Elias Abel's ghost? Because he knew we were on his trail, he was desperate. Cleo and Di had become a threat. If he could away with us and make it look like the ghost, it might have ended the investigation. Todd was even brazen enough to trap us inside the underwater cave in the Lost Settlement. Cleo and I made a never escape with our lives. The whole story you've concocted, while incredibly entertaining, ignores one obvious fact, which is that I have an alibi. Camilla Crescent and Gordon Cutler both saw me leave the library and go home. My house is on the other side of Cape Crescent. If I had walked from my house back through the village center to Gallows Point, they'd have seen me, so I couldn't have killed E-Girl Pearl. He's got a point, detective. There is no way he could have walked back to the crime scene unnoticed. And that's where the boat comes into play. That's because he didn't walk. It's impossible. Are you daft? It's not impossible, it's blindingly obvious. How did Todd Beckett get to Gallows Point without being seen? A boat. He took a boat. Cape Crescent is situated on the Massachusetts coast right on the ocean. It would have been easy for our murderer to move about unseen using a boat in the bay. Todd Beckett hid his boat or near some piles of wood in hopes that we wouldn't find it and realize the simple idea. He'd have no trouble getting around our police roadblocks by sea. Todd Beckett intended to frame the naive and superstitious Gordon Cutler if his plan to blame the curse hit the snag. By planting this item, if the police had ruled out superstition, then suspicion would have fallen on Gordon Cutler. Antique rope. The antique rope. Todd befriended the struggling Gordon Cutler and allowed him to use his metal detector. This gave him ample opportunity to steal some of Cutler's rope from the fish warehouse. Since Cutler's business was no longer able to catch fish, he also borrowed his friend's boat to move around the bay. That way, Gordon Cutler was set up to take the fall for him. That's good enough for me. Todd Beckett, I'm placing you under arrest for the crime of Pearl Brayshaw's murder. You no talent hack detective. If you didn't have that clue-sniffing dog, the law wouldn't stand a sniff of a chance against me. E-Girl Pearl may have had a pretty face and a big heart, but she had no mind for business. I offered her a golden opportunity to fix her problems, and she passed it up. If she'd only looked out for her own self-interest instead of trying to help every sad fool looking for a handout, then this all might have been avoided. Take him away. Yay! We did such a good job. Epilogue. But we didn't find all doggy bags. I'm disappointed. I guess that's fine. The next day. That Cleo is one heck of a clue-sniffing dog. You're very lucky to have her. There's one thing that still bothers me about this case. Where was Pearl Brayshaw's second camera, the one you mentioned at the library? Our culprit was really concerned about the incriminating footage from the second camera, but I never saw any of it. Oh really? Well, that must be because it was a trick. That's because there was no second camera. It doesn't exist. I made the whole thing up. There was a second camera? It doesn't exist? You made it up? I did it to draw our ghost out in the open so we could catch him in the act. Well played. Before we assembled the suspects at the library, I spoke privately with Roy, Tanya, and Jill. Dr. King was in on it too. I instructed them to corroborate my story about the second camera to make sure it would be extra convincing. You know, Detective Guy, I really owe you an apology for the shabby way I treated you on this case. The truth is that I know I'm not that great of a detective compared to you. I shouldn't have been so hostile. You've earned my respect. If we work together again, I promise. I accept, and it's okay. Let's order our food. Leo found a total of 37 doggy bags while exploring Cape Crescent, and that is disappointing. Detective Dudley treated Cleo and Hester to a bowl of poutine. Poutine? I know that's a French food of something. Not French. Is it? Gosh, I know that that's a French Canada food dish. Never mind. I don't know. Not bad for a day's work. Hey, do you think Hester knew who killed Pearl Brayshaw the whole time? She definitely did. Around a month after the case ended, I received a letter in the mail from Camilla Crescent. Detective Guy and Cleo, thank you so much for your help solving the affair of e-girl Pearl's murder. We all appreciate your sleuthing skills and delicate handling with the public. Without you, it would have remained a hopelessly baffling mystery. Even with the aid of his high-priced lawyers, Todd Beckett was sentenced for Pearl Brayshaw's murder. You got him. Cleo did a miraculous job finding the clues, and you were brilliant in explaining why each clue was important. E-girl Pearl's fans everywhere are incredibly grateful that you were able to bring her murderer to justice. Your masterful detective work will live on in Cape Crescent local legend. You'll also be happy to hear that Tanya, Nichols' brother, made it through his battle with cancer. It may have been the doctor's care, the priest's blessings, or his sister's love. But here in Cape Crescent, we are superstitious people. We can't help but wonder if you had a hand in that one too. Thanks for everything again. And look, Cleo, they all signed the back. Esther too. Well, that does it. How nice. Now I finally have some time to relax and play video games. Yay! A new case. Oh, not again. Hello? Detective Guy, Cleo, we need your help. There has been, let me guess, a murder. So we can expect the third game of this same, I guess it's already a franchise. Well, anyway, this is where I'm ending this beautiful game. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.